Okay, let's try it again. Hey. Welcome to the hit list. It is February the 19th of 2025. We are here after a hiatus, a couple weeks hiatus. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good.
Bless.
Pretty good.
Um, First things first, before we get into any, you know, um, of the juice, the nitty gritty, I want to disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So we have a new face. We have Mr. Jaden. He is welcome. He is our guest co-host for this evening. How are you, Jaden?
I'm doing great. How is everybody else today?
We're doing good.
Bless.
Share a little bit about yourself. Tell us, just brag about you for a couple seconds. What do you want people to know?
I'm 20 years old. I love philosophy. I think that's probably my main interest. I love to read. I also do a little sewing. I like to fix up my clothes. I like to thrift and try to upcycle them. I love to travel. I have been to pretty much most of the Caribbean. And yeah, that's like everything about me. Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I'm
Ooh.
glad to have you here, and I think that you're going to do awesome. When me and Jaden met, you guys, we didn't even have this in mind. I was reading him about another project we're working on. And as we were talking about that, he was giving me a little, like, he could read a little bit. Like, you know how you just get that sense like somebody can probably like shut it down. Well, he was giving me that in the conversation. So I asked him to come onto the show and try it out and see what he thinks. So Jaden, we're excited to have you, and just be yourself and let's have some fun, okay?
Absolutely.
Cool. So let me hear about some of these weekend. You guys, I didn't upload the weekend pictures. I'm sorry. I was doing other stuff. Let's talk about everyone's their weekend. What did you do, Shaq? What was up?
Oh man, I hate. For once, I actually have a weekend picture. The one time I have one, you don't upload.
I know, and it's my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Let's see. It was a great weekend. It's obviously we're coming off Valentine's Day, and
This is your first Valentine's you had in a couple years, or did you have one last year? Or is this a new somebody?
no, none of them really count. I mean, if I happen to be messing with somebody at the time, I'll give a gift or whatever. But this is official. You know how that go. Try to get in and out by the holidays. Kind of like that. Those days. But no, things are.
Shaq a pimp.
I don't say that. I've been in the game a long time. That's all. It took me a long time. But no, things are pretty awesome now. And so my girlfriend and I, we had plans, but we were busy all week. It seemed like it was like we went. We tried this restaurant, Flavor Rich here in Atlanta. So good eating, over expensive but good. Lobster bites and all that, and we spent quality time together. Lots of gifts and exchanging. We had tickets to the Cash Doll concert. We both love Cash Doll. She's from Detroit, and,
Who?
yeah, Cash Doll, one of a personal fave.
Who is that?
Okay.
It's a woman from Detroit.
She been out for a while.
Yeah.
She's been out for a while.
Oh.
She started out, she was a stripper, and she got into rap, and it took off, and changed her life. So she's super dope.
I wasn't trying to be shady with that comment. I just, I don't listen to nobody but Luther and Aretha
I
Franklin.
know you don't know. That's why I was laughing, because Ash girl know what I'm talking about. Had to sing you a couple songs, Ash. But and my girlfriend is a huge fan. And so super stoked to be there. Really nice, intimate theater. Had us, had a little cocktail. No children. Took an Uber Black, like broke celebrities that we are. And overall, it was even whatever thing. I just like I said, it was nice. It was nice to celebrate Valentine's Day, and as someone who was masculine centered, it was nice to have somebody show up for me for a change. I mean, she came through my house, man, with balloons and candy and flowers, and I got like a little tin, and it was and like 3 or 4 cards. I was just like, oh, I'm the girl, and that was nice.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad you seem like you're happy, and that makes me
You
happy.
do look
So,
happy. Got
Yeah.
a nice glow.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, Detroit, up in the D. What's going on with you?
Things are good. This past weekend, of course, was the holiday, as Shaq mentioned. And by the way, Shaq, I think you posted your new boo on Facebook, right? That's a phone bill I would pay. Okay. Yeah.
You know what? I've never. The last time I posted someone on Facebook, someone's face of someone I was dating, I was in college, and I'm 40 years old. So yeah, I don't do faces. I don't do that. You know, messy. So it's I don't know. It just I'm old enough.
That's
So
right. Okay.
yeah.
So this weekend, we had an event at the terrarium celebrating Valentine's Day. Listen, we're packed out every time now. It's a great thing. It's like standing room only and a line at the door. So you guys got to come. We got something this weekend as well. Some local DJs that are pretty big in the scene, tour and that kind of stuff. So always good music, always a good time. Back-to-back weekends. I'm too old for that shit.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I'm glad your business is doing good up there, and I
Love to hear
promise I'm
it.
gonna get there, Michael. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna get there one weekend. Darius, our brother from another mother. How are you?
I am good. Let's see, what did I do? I don't have a love life, so Valentine's Day was just another day for me. But Saturday I did hang out with my family, some of my family, the first time we had been together since my nana's passing. So that was good. We hung out and it was good. Brought some of my friends with me.
Mm.
And Saturday we went out and got lit, tore the club down a little bit, went to a couple bars. You know.
How can I ask you a question? Being a
Yes.
man of a certain age as we are, when you go to the club these days, is it like, do you miss it?
Oh, we're talking
Or is
about
it
like 25, but go ahead and ask your question.
okay, yeah, that age group. But do you miss the club when you go? Like now?
So I find that if I do go to a club, I can't be in there past 2 hours. That's my max.
Okay.
I don't like to be there to let out. I like to be gone before it lets out.
Mm-hmm.
Spaces where there's like a lot of people around me in my personal space, I get really agitated. I really have to focus really hard on not, on understanding that people are going to bump into you. People are going to be constantly moving around you, that sort of thing. But I don't go out as much, but lately I've been going out a little bit more.
Okay. All right. Well, don't go out too much now.
Look, it's Pisces season, baby. I'm supposed to tear it up.
What? March 2nd, Pisces. I forgot it's almost my birthday.
March 17th, baby. We have quite a few Pisces on your panel.
Yeah, we do.
Dang, I got a whole bunch of Pisces on the panel.
I'm March 2nd. Darius, what are you?
March 8th.
And Shaq, you are?
St. Patrick's, the 17th.
Yeah. A bunch of emotional
Crazy fools.
Likes to cry. All right, Natasha, Grand Rapids up there in Michigan. What have you been up to the past couple of weeks, my doll?
I actually had a picture. I took my baby to Disney on Ice. We took a second mortgage out on the house to take her because like I got her a snow cone, $20. Nice. It was in a cup. It was in a little keepsake cup, but yeah. Disney on Ice. Child. Yeah. So took her there Valentine's Day. My hubby, he's a truck driver, so he's been on the road. So Valentine's Day was spent with my 5-year-old. But hopefully after he gets home, we'll go do something at least. But that's really been my boring working life. But oh,
Okay.
and I'm getting my garden started. I think I might start posting some stuff about it because right now, like I was gonna try to go small on my garden this year, but the way things are looking, we need to grow every single thing we possibly can. So
We'll get into it.
we're going to do it, but yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Brandy, how are you?
Hmm. This past weekend was kind of a quiet weekend. I did not have a Valentine, so I did not celebrate Valentine's Day. The last couple of weeks though have just been really busy. I've been back and forth from Michigan a lot, family issues going on, situations, so just trying to handle that. But that's it. Just trying to keep my head together, not let nobody stress me out too much, and just
Yeah,
do what I have to do. I'm the oldest sibling of the family, so if you know, you know.
yeah, most definitely.
Mhm.
And Brandy is people who don't know Brandy like I know her. Brandy is every sense of the matriarch role. She does it and does it well. So my hat's off to you in that.
Thank you.
Um, for me, you guys, I'm always sick or in the hospital or something's going on with me. Last week I was in the hospital for like 48 hours for they call it observation. My asthma was doing some funny things, so they had me there, and then I come home, and then the next morning my jaw is out to here, and I don't know why, and it comes to find out I had an abscess. So I really couldn't celebrate Valentine's Day the way I wanted to with an abscess in your mouth. Okay, that went over everybody's head, I guess.
What did? I'm just
Yes. Anyways,
I caught it.
it was a quiet weekend around here. Hector took me out to dinner last week. We went early before the Valentine's rush, and then we just stayed in. I cooked this weekend, and we just enjoyed each other. So that was that. Plus, it was like 45 below here in Chicago.
Oh
Nobody
yeah,
wants.
it has been freezing cold for the
Yeah.
last few weeks. I'm over that.
Yeah. So, but I'm not complaining because I don't like summer. So I'd rather have this than summer any
time of year I love Florida. That's all I'm gonna say.
day.
Ugh. Until a
Um,
hurricane comes.
so yeah, let's get into this docket. We're kind of all over the place this week because we've been gone the past couple weeks. So I wanted to touch on some stuff that we missed talking about and some stuff that is kind of starting the week out in entertainment news. But the Super Bowl was on. It was the highest rated halftime show with 133.5 million viewings, and to me, one of the most boring. So let's talk about this. I know the reactions have been mixed a little bit. It wasn't really a halftime show that of Super Bowl caliber, in my opinion. But I knew that when Kendrick Lamar was going to be announced. He's not an entertainer. So, what did we think? Let's just jump in, Natasha. What did you think of the halftime show?
His halftime show was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It wasn't anything spectacular or over the top, and that's not who he is. But that's what I prefer my Super Bowl halftime performances to be because it is the biggest night of sports. And so I, from the beginning, said that he was not a good fit for the Super Bowl. However, I ain't a hater. Congratulations to him because it was still a solid performance. So I'm happy for him with his viewership. But it was a good performance, but it was concert level, like Grammy level or something
Right.
like that.
But
But
you
not
see an
Super Bowl.
award show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, I am a Kendrick fan. And
Okay.
so I was looking forward to it. I enjoyed it. I caught everything he was throwing. Unlike a lot of people on the internet who think it was like the world's deepest show, I think that you can be very surface level and have a basic understanding of history and be able to catch all the Uncle Sam references and stuff. It wasn't that deep. But I do think that the huge think pieces that we saw online are very indicative of the educational deficits in our country because it just wasn't that deep, you know. But I mean, people were like, "Oh, you didn't catch it, you didn't see it," and I'm like, "This is elementary level Black history stuff here." But anyway, with that being said, I greatly enjoyed it. He is a rapper, and he is, I don't want to say a conscious rapper, but he's a thinking rapper, and so you're not going to get like a Michael Jackson performance. So for, like Natasha said, for his style, his music, and what he does, I thought it was pretty great. I think though, in terms of rap performances, it was pretty epic, right? Because rappers aren't showmen in that way. That's not what you expect from rappers. And so for his audience, I mean, that was epic. And so I was happy with it. I was happy to see him get the airtime. But in terms of what you all say, you know, about Super Bowl, and when we talk about Super Bowl, there was a time when Super Bowl wasn't what it was, right? So, you know, when Michael Jackson comes on, he elevates it, and now it turns into this big spectacle, and now we've come to expect that. But I don't think that it always has to be that. So I am not upset about his performance. I do get why some people probably snooze through it, but I think it was epic for him. I think it was a great opportunity to really get some, you know, some hardcore Black stuff going on. The Drake thing was just hilarious if you're into that. It was, my son literally loops. He just runs around the house and he says it all the time. He's 7. Hey Drake, I hear you like I'm young. Dude, you better never go to cell block 1. And he's 7, and I'm like, boy, do you even know what you wow. I cannot get him to stop saying it. He's like certified that what my 7-year-old. So I mean, wow, you know, like so I mean, it is what it is. I think next year they're probably going to dial it back and or maybe switch to something more pop.
They need to give the people what we've been wanting.
I think it's time. I think he was like a really strong statement, and I wouldn't mind seeing the shift next year. But I do not have a problem with Kendrick. I enjoyed it.
All I have to say is time to give the people what we've been wanting, and we've been wanting Pink. Everybody, I say Pink.
I have to agree. I would love to see a Pink show.
She's turned it down a couple times. That was back. I think they like in 2020 was the last time they asked her. So hopefully next time around she gives us what we want. But Michael,
it needs to be next year.
Yeah,
you gotta pay her at this point. She know what we want.
Right, Michael. What do you think?
Oh, you're not going to catch me on this one. No, sir. What did I think? It was fine. A couple of general observations. I didn't know he was hauling a caboose like that. Did you guys?
Nah.
No.
I really didn't. You know?
I heard he was hauling something else.
Well, maybe so.
Well,
here we go.
That's it. All right, I'll stop there.
Okay. Darius, what about you? What do you think of the halftime show?
I thought the performance was very high energy, and it was above the consciousness of some people. Many of the folks that I think that had negative opinions about the performance didn't really get what he was saying. I think a person of average intelligence did, but I think that you have people that don't want to consider any other experience other than their own.
Yeah.
I thought it was phenomenal. Right now, I am seeing the after effect of the performance. All of social media people are doing the little skits. They're doing the Kendrick Lamar dance. Kendrick has started a little mini movement. I'm seeing people of all different races and he started something, and he got us thinking. And in a time, especially right now, where Black folks are being marginalized with this whole DEI stuff, that I felt it was very appropriate from not just the halftime performance, but even Ledisi, who killed it with Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Yeah.
They had an issue with that because she sung that. But my thing is, I'm all about elevating my culture. I don't give a damn what nobody got to say.
Right.
It was the most watched view. Kendrick was wearing the hell out of them jeans. I say, ooh, Kendrick, you got all.
You know those jeans sold out? Y'all hear about them jeans sold out?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
I say, Kendrick, are you wearing the jeans or the jeans wearing you?
The thighs were thigh.
Yes, the case was definitely wearing.
Y'all killing me with these jeans.
Yeah. Jaden, did you catch the halftime show at all?
I did. Yeah, I was in LA when I saw it. It was
your opinion?
so good. I think it was way more. I think at the base level, we can all accept it as funny. And definitely better than whatever Ludacris did during his halftime show.
Okay.
So I think that's it. I think, yeah.
You think he did the damn thing?
I definitely think so.
All right. Brandy, what about you?
I didn't watch it, but the pieces I seen, it looked good. I read a little bit about it, people's different views and opinions. I just congratulate him on making history for himself and for us and putting on a great show. I thought the parts I seen looked like he put on a really great show. So I'm not into sports and I'm not into the Super Bowl or the halftime show and none of that. So that's why I didn't watch it. But congratulations to him and his team.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my favorites, but at this point, I'm rooting for everyone that's black. I don't care.
Yes, and can I say too, I love the fact that he also was conscious, but maybe he also was petty because bringing Serena Williams and SZA out there and referencing Drake. I heard you like, you love to sue the reference he made about suing.
A minor.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do it anyway. You know?
Oh yeah, that A minor was heard all around the world. I forgot about that.
When he did that little maniacal smile in the camera.
I love the petty. I love the petty.
So petty.
Yeah, it was most definitely petty. He brought it. So okay, let's go. I was trying to do some work over here with these pictures. There's a story I want to do next, but I don't have one of the photos to go with it, so I have to.
Can I just say right quick, congratulations to the Eagles too, because Jalen Hurts.
Yes,
how did we miss talking about Drake?
I had because I actually been watching sports now, football, because I'll be doing a little bit sometimes, like I know what I'm doing. But the way the Eagles whooped the Chiefs' ass made absolutely no sense whatsoever, especially since the Chiefs were the favorite. And my heart was for the Eagles. My money went on the Chiefs, so I lost just a couple of dollars, but I'm happy that I lost a couple. Listen, because the statistics said the Chiefs was going to get it.
Nah.
No, but the Eagles said absolutely not, and I am so happy for them. Congratulations to the Eagles. I had to.
And with that, let's on to the next one. So I wanted to switch because I was going to lose my moderator seat because I don't know nothing about sports and it was about the show.
We was rooting for Jalen Hurts.
So you guys, a little bit more serious of a topic. What do we think about all these planes that are just dropping out of the air? Like, and this one is not even the most recent one. I just heard 2 hours ago there was a collision in Arizona. Yep. What is going on? Like, this has me shook because I travel a lot. And I'm like with Brandy, I don't plan on going nowhere if you can't get there by Greyhound or Amtrak.
Don't worry about it.
For a while. What do we think?
You might hear about another plane crash, but you won't hear about me on it.
This is the result of y'all new president. Because it's not
I don't really know
that part.
Okay. All right, Darius, let's get into it. So let's talk about it.
I mean, I don't know the circumstances of this particular incident, but it's just mighty strange since President Musk, because that's the real president, got in here in the stage President Donald Trump. Since he's gotten into office, all these things, now we've gone decades without having serious incidences with airplanes. Millions of people fly every day safely.
Most definitely.
Now, all of a sudden, we're having a series of these freak incidences that are just occurring. And I do think, I know there are individual circumstances in each one, but I do think what this man is doing is exasperating these situations. Now you're laying off people from these agencies. We already don't have enough, for example, we don't have enough people, what do you call them, air traffic controllers?
Yes.
We don't have enough pilots. We already don't have enough of these people as is. And we got things like this happening more and more. And so Just right now, I'm like you. I'm not flying anywhere if I can't drive or take a boat or something that look, it ain't meant for me to go.
It's a done deal for me for a while for flights. So, and you're even saying like these aren't like just like what do you call it? What are the cheap airlines? These aren't your these aren't your Spirits or your whatever. These are like Delta and reputable American reputable. The people usually feel safe flying with. So
it used to be, I would never Spirit. I believe don't try to Spirit by the Spirit.
Right.
Spirit is actually one of the safest airlines. They rank very high in safety, believe it or not. Just saying. Yeah, I know I love Spirit.
It's changed. Because in the beginning, baby, that Spirit wasn't right.
You know, guys, as someone who has been following these stories and trying to figure out what's happening, one of the things that I've tried very hard to do when reading about this is not make it political, right? Because let's be honest, Trump is in office and things are wild, and I think that now it's easy to just say everything is just Trump, 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 right? And I think that that's a very emotional response. And so when it comes to everything lately, I find myself going, okay, if it's not Trump, what is it? And I've been doing my research, I've been reading, I know people, I know someone who's an air traffic controller, I'm following their posts, and I can't quite make sense of it. There's this article that popped up recently, and it talked about how actually flight is still safe. All right, there are people who will say that flight is safer than traveling by car now, right? Because the safety, the numbers are there. And so you could say, well, this is maybe a coincidence, but it just keeps happening so frequently back to back, and it throws you off. Let's just say this though, it's not like we've had a decade without any incidents. Incidents do happen. All right. There's a couple incidents every year. There's always something every year. It just hasn't made the news like this, right? But every year something happens. Every year there's a crash or something. It does happen. You can read about that. But now it's just consistent, back to back to back. And I'm telling you, everything I'm reading, talking to people, I can't make sense of it. I can't really figure out what the technical thing is happening here. And so then it does make you wonder, okay, so then I go, okay, can I say that maybe Trump has something to do with this? I do think that the changes he is making maybe isn't helping. But I really wish we could talk to someone that works in this industry, because this whole idea that Trump is just making all the planes fall out the sky, as crazy as he is, it's just, it's a bit much for me. And so
West Owen says, so Shaq, do you feel like people are overreacting from the planes falling out of the sky?
No, I don't think people are overreacting at all. It's terrifying. But I think that to just go, oh, Trump is in. See, here's my issue with this whole Trump is in office thing. That is the same every time there's a changing of the guard. Everything just gets blamed on this president. Oh, well, now Trump is in office and everything is bad. When Obama came, it was like, well, everything is wrong because Obama is there. But there were things that were happening before Trump came into office. As radical and as crazy as he's been, he hasn't been in office long enough for everything to just crumble like this. So there has to be other problems that came from our other administration. So I caution people to I think it's a very emotional response to immediately go, this is Trump.
So wait, what we've been going through for the last 2 weeks is not a crumbleization of our country. You don't.
That is not what I'm saying. I am not a Trump supporter by any means.
Oh, okay. I was just trying
but like I said, it's such an emotional response. Now it's like Trump is just ruining the world. Well, guess what? He wasn't in charge, 6 months ago, and everything was still kind of in the crapper. So
the planes weren't falling out the sky 6 months ago, neither.
We were still having incidents with planes.
We have not had
back to back to back.
Right, but
it wasn't happening too much.
I agree. It wasn't back to back.
I feel like he has a role to play as far as our airlines being understaffed.
I also think I might be wrong. Somebody
made a lot of changes at the FAA.
Somebody correct me really quick if you know, but I don't think we've had any fatalities in this country in the last 5 years as it comes to airplanes, any kind of accidents. Have we? I might be wrong.
Not sure.
We have. What we haven't had is breaking news about it repeatedly, back to back to back. That's what we haven't had. But Plane accidents happen every year.
Someone says it's been 17 years, I believe. I'm gonna have to check that because I'm interested into knowing that.
Listen, y'all, I am not a Trump supporter by any means, but you have to do your research. We are so quick right now to blame everything on Trump because he's caused this big commotion, which he has.
Don't blame everything on him, just like they blamed everything on Joe Biden and Barack Obama.
They did. That's what they do. The new administration comes in.
He gonna catch the blame.
Yes, and he catches it, and that's okay.
I read
just like everybody else, but what is it really? Is it really unsafe to fly right now, or are we having emotional reactions? I think that me personally, while I don't necessarily feel like I want to get on any planes right now, I think the winners will be the people who don't care anyway and get on them and get those cheap flights that are coming as people panic. So,
just like during COVID.
After I read someone said once he got elected, something demonic was unlocked, and I said that makes so much sense. Because listen, this is beyond just Earth level right here. This is yeah.
It's just too convenient. We haven't had like 3 days go by without a crash. 3 or 4 days. Like
I am not discounting that part. I'm just saying, what more is there to it? Is it that Trump just came in and fired all the air traffic controllers and now nobody can get on a plane?
No, they're getting on the planes. They just can't stay up.
Not making it off safely.
Right. Michael, what do you have anything to weigh in about this?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Shaq says it's not going to be political, but that sounded political to me. I actually have a theory. Let's think back to last fall and winter. Do you remember all those drones in the sky on the East Coast, nonstop, months and months?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but now we got planes falling out of the sky. What happened to those drones? We never got an explanation. I wonder if this is some type of weapon that they don't want us to know about because it would freak us all out if we knew, or if this is like aliens. Seriously, this is some off-the-wall stuff. The way these planes are going, I'm not getting on any flights. And I do a lot of travel. No way.
Well, I'm not flying either, with that being said. I just like to see all sides, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Is I like to think things through. It's really easy to get emotional and just jump on this and just I'm waiting to see what happens. But with all that being said, as I say all that, as I can see all sides, I can also say that I too have no intentions on getting on any planes anytime soon.
So Jaden has someone in his family who works in the airline industry, and he was talking to me and Brandy before we got on, telling us that, like, can you explain it how you explained it to us? Because I'll sound stupid saying it, but
no worries. So it's less to do with the airline that you're flying and more to do with the manufacturer of the airplane. Like Boeing for the last 10 years has been having issues with the aircrafts they've been manufacturing. Trump laying off everybody working on those planes, definitely not helping. We need as many people working on them as soon as possible. However, the manufacturers for these planes have been the ones at fault for the last decade at least. Yeah. And
is that just something we don't necessarily know that's not like something they put on the news, so we wouldn't know that. So now that it's happening, that kind of just made sense with what he said. Kind of what Michael said too. I'm all over with this. We don't know what to think. This Marcus said that's exactly what happened because the air traffic controllers were black and minority, and to prove his point on DEI, he fires them and immediately planes fall. Okay. Shaq, do you feel like Trump has pure intentions for people of all colors in this country? I don't want to get into that right now.
That's an odd question. What?
I don't want to get into the Trump.
I think it's a valid question. I would love it if she answered it.
Okay, let's go.
Do you feel like Trump has pure intentions for people of all colors in this country? I think that Trump's intentions are pure in terms of what Trump wants to do and the power trip that he is on and the legacy he wants to build for himself. I think that Trump is looking out for Trump, which is what he has consistently done throughout his entire life. When people ask me about Trump, I tell people the first time I saw Donald Trump was in a Bobby Brown video. All right. My grandmother had one of his Art of the Deal books or whatever next to our toilet. Like I've been seeing this man my whole life, and he's been doing what he's always been doing, which is entertaining and making noise and being rich and narcissistic. And I think that mentality has taken him all the way to the White House. So he is impossible to bring out of the sky now. You know, I mean, he has been consistently rewarded for his ridiculousness. So at this point, no, I don't think that his intentions are pure for anybody but himself.
I mean, when you look into it, you have to, and I don't mean this that I'm giving him props. You have to say something about the man because he's had the worst press out of anybody you can probably imagine for years, and then comes back and gets the presidency.
And then got it again.
Felony. Guilty.
He was the apprentice, and now he's the president.
Years in the future that this election that he quote unquote won, I think we're gonna find out in the future. Somewhat that it might be decades later, we're gonna find out that this election that he quote unquote won, that it was a lot more to it than any of us knew.
Well, I do anticipate a little bit of tampering, but at the time, you know, there's nothing we can do about that right now. Now, is there?
Well, you know, there is, but I'm sick of the Democrats bringing a water gun to a gunfight because that's what they're doing. I was watching The View today. And they had Crockett, Jasmine Crockett. Was that her name?
Jasmine. Oh yeah, I love her.
Yes, was on The View today, and they were talking about how everybody at that table and everybody on our panel, even you know what Donald Trump, everybody can say what he ran on. He ran on immigration and ran on, immigration.
Fear mongering.
Cultural issues.
I can't.
Demonizing the trans community.
No, he ran on the two main things was the immigration and, the economy. Yeah. But Democrats, we need to. We're trying to run on DEI. We're trying to run Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. This. We need to kind of come back to the table, and we're all over the place. We have so much we're trying to do, and yet, I think our party's being they're not coming off. They're not explaining themselves right. They're not educating us the younger people, the younger Democrats coming up in this country. They're just all over the place. So I think if we can come back to the table and kind of focus on, okay, what do we need? What do we want out of this country? What are the main priorities right now? We can't take care of everything right now. What are our 3 top priorities? I think maybe if we did.
Right.
If Trump has shown us anything, is that a lot can actually be done very quickly.
Oh yeah.
To do it. So, the problem with the Democratic Party is a lack of productivity, and this is where it's taking them. So, I'm very unhappy with the party, and a lot of us have been for a long time. But I think, you just went along with it or you voted anyway. But there were times that the party didn't listen to us, and I always tell people, and I talk about it all the time. We had a Trump. It was Bernie Sanders, and people like me voted for Bernie Sanders. And I don't know if anyone recalls, but during that time when a lot of Democrats like came together and said, we want something different, and we were looking for some level of radical change, and we were into Bernie Sanders, the party literally took it from him. They interrupted what we were trying to do. And so we've seen, in my opinion, this level of we want change and we're going to do it. And it came from our own party, and our party blocked it. The Republican Party did not block it when their people went rogue. And now this is what we see. For better or for worse, we see activity. We see things happening.
Democrats could take a page out of the Republicans. Stick together. They always have a united front. No matter, they can be fighting like dogs behind the scene, but they are going to show a united front when it's time to front. Democrats are not the same.
Yeah.
And their own mothers down the river to get what they want. The Democrats need to start adapting that same mentality.
Yeah.
So now they got to get back in. Good luck with that.
I don't want to be a View and talk about Donald Trump every week, every episode, but it's kind of the inevitable. So I want to get into some little lighter stuff, and then we'll get back. T.S. Madison is in the news.
Oh, I've been waiting on this.
People have been coming after her She's no stranger to haters, and you know, but I think in the climate our country is in, people are seeking out people to, you know, try to make their lives horrible and judge them and make something out of nothing. So let me see. This individual went on her live and went on her status and said, that's T.S. Madison said, "Good morning, y'all. I pray blessings for all people dealing with cancer, but God ain't delivering you from cancer to send you to my comment section to be buried here." This young lady said, that's a male born man, for those who didn't know, an entire man playing dress up in a woman's clothes. T.S. Madison responded with, "The only reason I'm not going to wear you out is because I know cancer is already doing it to you, but rest in peace." So there are a lot of people are calling for her to be canceled, to be thrown off RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, she's a judge on that show. She has lots. She's on a lot. She's booked and busy. Sis is booked. And there, you know, when you're offended in this country, you want someone to be canceled. You want them to be fired. So we're here again. So what do we think about this? Did she go too far, or was it warranted, Darius?
So I will say, you know, I know her personally. I've done some work with her, and we'll be working with her again in the very near future.
I've heard.
I will say, I absolutely agree with Madison. You cannot. I think you can't take a knife to a gunfight. You can't hit me and then tell me how to feel and how to react. If you cut me, if you scratch me, I'm cutting your ass to the white meat.
Right.
Because Madison, nobody gives her the grace that they want to give this person because they have cancer. These people can come because she's famous, because she's a public figure. These people can go into their posts and they can say whatever they want about her. Let's discount the fact that she is a person first and foremost. She's an individual just like the people that are making these comments. And that she has the right to be respected just like anybody else. She has the right to her opinions just like anybody else. And if you come for me and I didn't send for you, bitch, I'm gonna really come for you. We're gonna have a whole problem. I'm gonna let you know, and I'm not gonna be nice about it, and I'm not gonna be diplomatic about it. She stepped on their necks. That's her personality. That's her love language. And I stand by it. If you're gonna come for somebody, baby, make sure you're ready that you can receive what you're gonna get.
I agree with everything you just said. But playing devil's advocate, Darius, people might say, then I'm just telling you what I've read in comics. Well, she's had to be set to a different level because she's on a show, and when you come with celebrity, it comes with people always coming at you, and you have to know who to respond to and not respond to. What do you say to people that say that?
I'm gonna say exactly what I said.
You said what you said,
and that is her brand. That is a part of her brand. She's apologetic in her when she went on the Breakfast Club, when she went into these other spaces. It doesn't change with her. I've been on the phone with her. What she is when you see her, that is how she is. You know, that is how she is
all the time. Yeah.
She's consistent.
Michael, what do you think about this?
I'll take the exact other side of everything Darius just said. I think this is a 47-year-old human being. And at some point in all of our journeys, we should figure out that even if negativity is given to you, if you turn around and give it back, you're a net negative on the universe. It's sad what they say about her. I agree with all that. But, you know, as we get older, we are supposed to get wiser. And keeping score with random people who talk about you on the internet at 47 years old sounds like a chore to me.
Okay. Jaden, I want to hear something about from somebody younger. What do you think?
I feel like it's not a net negative on the universe. I mean, if you're talking shit about me and I talk right back at you and I feel better about it, that's a positive, you know? Like all of a sudden there's a little bit of a positive effect. Like somebody feels good and it's me. So again, if she had cancer, she should know that she has bigger problems than T.S. Madison. keep your mouth shut, girl. Stay off the phone. Go ahead and
Yeah.
worry about your treatment. You know, like
Stay
you
off
do not have to come
people's
for her.
statuses.
Yeah.
She can feel how she want to feel, but that don't mean go on her page and post nothing about her, talk about her.
That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Going on her social. She's not on yours.
Right, right. Fool.
And T.S. Madison has the time. T.S. Madison has the time. She has the
Yeah.
space to reply to you.
Natasha, what do you think?
Leave folks alone. That is my motto. I have just really realized in my adult life that one of my triggers is someone bullying someone or someone bothering me if I am minding my own business. That is a trigger for me. So you can go poke the bear and then tell the bear not to bite you. So whatever comes, that's what happens. I tell my child, to keep her hands to herself because someone knock you out. That's on you.
You finna get an exclusive.
Uh-oh. Yeah, send it to her. Send it to her.
I would love to
Absolutely.
send her the link
Yep.
to her in.
Yep.
And as we are waiting
So
for her,
everybody that Maddie been up this week,
let
I
me
had it
just say
coming.
that T.S. Madison, I agree with Darius that she is consistent and she don't play. You
She's
come
had
for
me
her,
rolling
and she
all
will for you.
week.
And I think that people are coming for her on purpose. They want the headlines. She generates headlines, and I think they're coming for her on purpose. And I think that she's over it. And she's like, no, you come for me, you're gonna get it. Because they coming for her anyway. So I mean she's consistent. It's part of her brand. She has never held her tongue and she has never allowed anyone to bully her, and she's always stood up for herself, and that is why we love her. And she has become who she is being this way. So I don't see
Most
why.
definitely.
Right. And I feel like her response, low key, was lightweight. It could have been way uglier. It could have been way meaner. She could have cut way deeper.
Yeah.
So
I think people. I think that people are just looking to go viral, man. They're looking to go viral on top of her.
And in the age where people people purposely go after people and want to bring them down when you're a celebrity, we're at an all-time high. People always want to see somebody, oh, you said this, so now you're canceled. But I'm the one who, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on here. Miss Madison. Can she hear me? Hello?
You see her there. Maybe her sound is still connected.
I don't know, but I'm super stoked for her to come on.
Getting an exclusive tonight.
I'm a huge fan, so like I'm about to geek out.
Right.
I follow her
until we can get whatever's going on. Darius,
That's my
message her
fellow
and tell
October
her.
boo right there.
Tell her that something's not. She's in the room, so
I'm texting her.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it's the video. Well, you know, I don't know. Didn't she just go viral again for something like a couple weeks ago? We just talked about her on the last show.
From that this week that she was, baby, she made all the time.
I'm trying to figure out. I think that it's a weird thing when we try to cancel like people whose brand or whose role in entertainment is to be sensational.
we shouldn't be trying to cancel anybody at this point. I'm just so over this.
She said, bring her up.
What'd you say?
She said, bring her up.
I think
Hello?
She's on.
We
Miss
hear you.
Madison,
Can y'all hear me?
we can.
Hello, everybody. Hi, room.
Hello,
Hello.
Tia. Welcome to the hit list.
Oh.
Hello, hit list. Hi, Darius. Hi, everybody. I just want to say this, and then I'm gonna go because I'm actually studying my lines because I have to give y'all a great character for Beauty in Black that's premiering March the 6th on Netflix. So
Read.
I have to give you guys a great line. Every entity from Tyler Perry to Lee Daniels to Beyonce to Monique, to every single entity knows knows the great works of T.S. Madison. I have never hid the fact of who I am. I am very much so. If you step on my foot, I'm going to let you know that your foot is on my foot. I don't give a damn in which space I occupy. It is you're going to. I am a TS that I'm going to demand my respect for. I'm not going to ask you for it. I'm not going to beg you for it. I'm going to tell you that this is what we're going to do. We are currently right now in an administration where transgender people are public enemy number one, which has dog whistle to these people that they have the right and the unmitigated gall to step on your pages, to come troll you, to follow you, to do all of these things to you, to dox you, to post. No one ever speaks about how people do me. They always speak about how I respond because my responses are deadly. That's not my fault. Don't get in the ring with a bitch that know how to swing. Just don't do it because I'm a fighter. I've been a fighter. I worked the streets. I let those girls know I fought men in a car to save my life. I had to battle with men to live to see another day. So I'm definitely a battle cat. Now, we don't never get to those spaces if nobody don't bring me to them. Now, weeks have went by. I went on Tamron Hall show talking about my starter house program and how the starter house program is going to be housing transgender women and blah blah blah. I was promoting my perfume, all of the things. Uh, Nobody has the audacity when they're built like big gulps and Slurpee cups to come under my post and talk about the disdain that they have for my body on my post that Tamron Hall and I are sharing together. Tamron, if you watch the Tamron Hall show, Tamron Hall told them, if you get in her comment section, she's gonna fry you like chicken. She said it verbatim right there on the show. She said that on the show. If you watch the show, she will tell you this girl is not to be tampered with. That is my moniker. That's my stamp. Anybody else that wants to walk around and be like, well, they don't want to have any association or any affiliations with me because of the way that TS handles herself. TS built her entire empire from TS. I've never asked anybody to do anything for me. I've built my empire by myself. And anybody that wants to me to lend my services and lend my being or lend my entity, which is myself, to their organization, this is what comes with it. Tell those people to stand down because you have a war god. I am a war goddess. I am the goddess of war. Don't come in here with swinging your wrists if you don't want to fight. I
Well,
don't care how big of an entity I get. Do you know the amount of stuff that I ignore? So these few little people that I've posted or whatever, the small amount of things that I address is nothing in comparison to the things that I truly ignore. But there comes a time when you have to let a bitch know I'm still not the girl to tamper with. Y'all girls played in my face and played on my time and do these things, and girl think that because I occupy a spaces that now I'm supposed to carry myself in this way where you have access to just attack me like I'm not gonna. Beyonce responds to everything in her music.
yes.
She responds to everything in her craft. She responds to everything in her. My craft is the internet. I was birthed on the internet. I've lived on the internet. I've created a space for myself on the internet. I've created an empire on the internet. And so therefore, when I'm in my craft, I'm doing exactly what Beyonce doing. So when people tell me to do what Beyonce do, I'm responding in my craft, which allows my algorithm to move around in a circle, and it has also allowed me to monetize off of that. You think I'm gonna let a bitch read me and I'm not gonna monetize off it? You have me confused with somebody else. I've learned how to take clicks and clicks and views and make money from that. I've always been able to do that. That's what I've always been able to do. Here's the thing: that person that made that post about me, about the cancer patient, and whatever. That person, I don't even know if that person is a cancer patient or not. That was one of my deadly reads. Bitch, you bald headed. Y'all, it could be alopecia. You're losing hair. Bitch, you look like a cancer patient to me. Bitch, you need to be over there getting your chemotherapy instead of being up under my comment section. So instead of you being over here taking your last moments of your life to read me, bitch, you need to be reading about how to get rid of that motherfucking goddamn situation that's going on in your body. Read your paperwork. Don't read me. I'm turning the gun back around to the people and letting them know that, I'm not Laverne Cox. I'm not Angelica Ross. I'm not any of those other girls that occupy those spaces in mainstream television. I am T.S. Madison. And if you ever on any day think that I'm the one that you're going to tamper and toy with, bitch, you have a battle on your hands. Sometimes I may ignore, sometimes I may not. But these just have been the past couple of days. I've decided to work their ass into a motherfucking circle because I had time on my hand. I was sitting in first class on my plane, coming from all the places where I was gathering up my things, and I read them bitches to the floor on my off time. Yes, there are things that I can ignore. Yes, there are things that I can let slide, but then there are things that I will not. Definitely not in this administration, not in this regime right now, when we are public enemy number one. They have dog whistled and told these people that there are two genders. They have dog whistled and told these people that we are not human. And because we are not human, they are able to come in. I have been doxxed so many times. You know how many times my address has been put out? You know how many times people have posted, have found my identification and have posted this stuff online? Like nobody ever challenges the people that are stepping in my yard. They always challenge me for defending myself or for fighting back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what needs to be questioned nowadays. Like, where do we draw the line at? Well, people are celebrities. How many celebrities addresses and shit do we got? Because some crazy, stupid motherfucker done went and doxed them, or done went and did stuff to these people, or like digging off into their lives, trying to find out the worst about them. So what we do, we just gotta sit back and call your lawyer. No, I'm gonna call Tyrone, bitch, and he gonna motherfucking off your top. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna meet you in this mother. I'm gonna meet you where you. I'm gonna meet you where you meet me at. You pull up in my yard, I'm coming outside. That's how that work with me.
With
You don't
that,
want no smoke? Don't start no fire. Don't rub no sticks together. You don't want no motherfucking. You don't want no war. Don't take it to DEFCON 6. I made a post on my Facebook today, and I said, listen to me. I've been on the internet for about 15, 16 years. Damn near 20 years I've been on the internet, and I have never went under anybody's post leaving negative comments, because I know the laws of reciprocity. I know that you give, you get back. And so because I don't go onto nobody else's page leaving unwarranted comments or attacking people over there, because I don't do that, when you come to mine, you going to respect the same rules that I do on yours. It's a lot of shit I see that I keep scrolling. It's a lot of stuff I see on the internet. I scroll right on by. Now, this
Mm-hmm.
person that made that post, they are a Kaya fan. Me and Kaya been separated since uh 2017. Bitch, we in 2025. Gerald, please go somewhere and sit down and stop harassing me, girl. Please go somewhere and sit down and quit harassing me. Stop trying to make these headlines and all this stuff. Girl, you're not Kaya. You never will be Kaya. The only thing that you will be, honey, is stuck in her shadow, because you are not a reader and a roaster, girl. Girl, you're going to be a YouTuber and the things that you are, and that's okay. But you will never be a me. I don't give a fuck how many fake ass the North Carolina Tribune you go and make up these stories about me. I did not focus on no cancer patient. That was a bitch I thought had cancer. It looked like they had cancer, and so I put it on their pussy ass. They shouldn't have been over here on my page.
Yeah.
and with that, the queen has spoken.
And there you have it.
All that.
So Queen,
Amen.
I told
They shouldn't have been on my page. And if you are gay in 2025, I encourage you to let your oppressor know that you would, bitch, we are not our ancestors. We will whop your ass. We will bust you in your head. We'll meet you outside. We'll slice your throat. We will run over your motherfucking dogs, kids, and cats, bitch. You know, you're not getting away with none of the things that you were able to get away with. They taking the T off of LBGT. They taking the flags
They're not
down. They
taking
are
they
making
have taken.
they have declared war on us.
They have
And
taken.
so therefore, the type of leader that they need, they can have Laverne, they can have Angelica, but bitch, when they ready to have a showdown, I'm the girl that's gonna lead the battle. It's me.
There
It's
you go.
me. I fight fire with fire.
There you go.
Well, Madison, we thank you for coming on our show and
Thank
sharing
y'all
that with us.
thank y'all, baby.
Thank
Thank y'all.
you.
I just wanted
Thank
to get
you. We love
I just wanted to
you.
get
Thank
that
you,
out.
mother.
Listen, I wanted to get that out, and I wanted to let y'all know that article that I see floating around on Facebook that was written up by his name is Gerald Jackson, Gerald something. He and Kaya are cousins or some whatever. He can't take that I left that bitch in the forest out there in that slave cabin that she live in driving that ice cream truck, bitch. I left that black gum hole back there in the bushes. I left her back there and have moved on. So he should move on himself.
Well, we
Yeah.
will do all we can to
All
dispel
that.
those rumors and whatever's going on with that,
It
Madison.
don't matter. Listen. I haven't lost a job yet, and if I lose a job, I didn't need it. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't lost a job yet, and if they can tag Drag Race Mania, I tell them over there, bitch. You knew who you hired when you gave me the contract, bitch. You hoes have to pay me out to the end.
Yes.
Run me that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
so
Do you
Queen,
not
I
hear the
told,
echo in this house?
Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh.
you do not hear the echo in here?
Lord. So Queen, I told the people that you was gonna I'm gonna see you real soon in May. I know
You
we have
are.
that's coming.
The fag talk is coming to St. Petersburg, honey. Yes, God.
Woo!
But
God,
I
I'm
just want to let y'all know. Do you hear the echo in here?
holy.
I want you to know that the echo that's going on in here is because this is what I worked for this. And anything that anybody think they're gonna lean on that this mortgage won't get paid, huh? They better find somebody else, bitch, to jerk off. Anyway, I love y'all. Let me get easy,
Love
my
you.
baby.
Love
Thank
I
you,
love
you.
Queen.
y'all.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
Love
baby.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Coming.
Thank
Bye.
you so
That,
much.
Well,
that was
Ain't it
I
fantastic.
so good to know people?
That was fantastic.
most
I love
definitely.
that.
Awesome.
Tonight.
That was,
What a fun experience. Thank
That was
you.
fun. We
Thank
thank
you
this is
so
why we
much.
have been fans ever since she. I have look. I followed her before she was ever. This version of her is appropriate. Okay,
Same.
if
You
you
know,
know
I
her.
knew this. I was
Okay,
texting. It was a
and
text.
I've been with her every step of the way. I am a fan. She's so unapologetic, and like she
so.
said,
We
all that
thank,
she has, she built it being exactly this. So who gonna check her?
so again,
Nobody.
we thank Madison for coming on the show. She said her piece, and that's it. So let's go to this next subject. This has everybody pissed off. Cynthia Riva has been in the news quite a bit. With it being the phenomenon that it is. She's now been tapped to host the 2025 Tony Awards this summer, but she's also been tapped to play a controversial role in a controversial musical. Jesus Christ Superstar is my favorite musical. There's no other musical better to me. I've done it a couple times. I could do it for the rest of my life, and I think people who have that relationship with it often can do it for the rest of their lives because it's just that great. She has been tapped to play Jesus. It's traditionally played by a male. I don't know what the other casting of it is yet. If you guys don't know anything about the musical, it's a rock opera, and it depicts the last 7 days of Jesus's life told through rock and roll music and hip hop and soul and all of that. And so I think they're trying to be edgy and cast a woman as Jesus, and it has people pissed off. What do we think? I want to hear what Darius has to say about this, because you come from more of a religious background like I. So what do you think?
I grew up being taught and believing that God can use anybody for anything, and
Okay.
that this young lady is now, and this is her season.
Mm-hmm.
She is in her season, and I think with her being in her season right now, she's defying expectations. She's going to open doors that may not have been previously been open to her or people. And so I fully support it. Just because a woman may not have done it doesn't mean that it can't be done.
What do you say to the people who in the Church of God in Christ, which is the background we come from, Darius, women can't even be preachers. So what do we say to someone who says, "Oh, she can play this role," but in our religion that we're faithful to, women can't even
Yeah.
hold
I
a
would
position.
I would say sit back and watch me do it.
Okay. Michael, do you have any knowledge about Superstar, or is it not on your radar? Has it ever
You
been?
know that's not really my thing.
Okay. Brandy, what do you think about this? Do you?
I don't have much thoughts about it. I agree with what Marcus said. Sorry, Darius. What Darius just said, because it does make sense. I didn't think about it like that, but I didn't think about it much at all. I did look at some of the comments, and I can see how some people will kind of be offended, but I mean, it is what it is. We have way bigger fish to fry. Trump is in office.
Right.
And I
They're
honestly
busy
think
making America great. What you mean? Who cares who plays who?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I honestly think that in theater and movies and acting, like, your imagination is the limit. So why do we have to stick to traditional roles, and it has to be a man? Like, this is where you can imagine anything and make it come to life. So why do we need to put limitations on it?
But you
I
know
don't
what,
I don't understand.
Natasha? I have never seen. I'm part of a He-Man. I don't know if you guys know He-Man and She-Ra from the '80s, the cartoon.
Yeah.
They're redoing. They're
we're
making a
amazing.
motion picture, and so one of the roles, and it's not even a main role. Idris Elba is going to be playing one of the roles, and it's traditionally a white male in the comic book and in the cartoon. I've never seen so many middle-aged men offended over
Really.
a imaginary character that anybody could play. Like, I don't get it. They do the same thing with Hallie the Little Mermaid. Like, people were pissed off about that. People are pissed off that a Latin descent girl is playing Snow White in the upcoming motion picture. Like, I don't know when we became this so concerned about fairy tales that they have to be depicted exactly how they were 100 years ago. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that is so crazy to me.
I
So as much as people want to progress, they want everything to stay traditional, and I just don't get it. It's stupid.
I think it is racism, pure and simple. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something. It never fails. When it is people of color, suddenly there is this rallying cry for historical accuracy. Even if the vehicle by which these people will be presented to us is nowhere near historically accurate or factual. I mean, Jesus Christ Superstar, Rap Fantasy in the last 7 days, rock and roll. Like, this is not a time to make sure that Jesus has hair of wool. Like, this is creative. And so these are the times where you can take liberties. I think there is a time when we can say, hey, we want it done right. We want it to be historically accurate. If you're going to do a biopic and you're going to, in those times, that's when you want to see that. But for something like a play, Broadway, it's foolishness. So I've just come to see it as every time we see this, we see how nasty, how insidious racism really is. And that for all this talk about how much things have changed, some things just always remain the same. And there are just a whole lot of white folks who just don't want to share anything, which is just unfortunate. Also, another thing that I really want to highlight when we talk about this is how that historical accuracy that they always want to apply to us never actually applies to white people. Because, like, why do you guys get to play? Why are you playing people in Egypt? Why are you playing
Cleopatra.
why are you
Cleopatra, right?
like it never works towards them? Why is this olive like Italian guy playing someone who's from the country? Or it only applies when it's us, and
Right.
it's noticeable, and it's just annoying.
I
So,
never thought of it about
When it's
like
somebody
that.
playing one of their white characters.
I'm telling you, even within their own, why are straight men playing gay characters? Or why, we can keep dialing on it. We can keep dialing on it. But when it's them, then it's fine, and they're being creative and they're showing their range. But then when it comes the other way, then we're ripping apart their creative. Mind you, it might be written by us or started with us or began with us. Like, look at the country music thing. White people didn't invent country music, so it's racism, pure and simple, in my opinion.
Oh, well, Okay. Well, with that said, I'm sure we'll be talking about it when it comes out. Because I am a fangirl. I've been waiting to get to this story all week.
Oh,
Let me get this language correct because I don't want to say something. Um, so everyone knows that there were claims against Jay-Z and Diddy and the fall of Diddy and all this stuff that's going on. There has been a dismissal from this young lady who made this claim against Jay-Z. Tony Busby is her attorney. He has dropped the lawsuit against both Jay-Z and Diddy from this alleged individual. I just want to say I hope the apologies are as loud as the condemnation, because I haven't been seeing as much publicity about it now that it's been dropped all of a sudden. So, Michael, since this lawyer has dropped the case, I know some people are saying they might have been paid off, or I don't know. None of us know that. Basically, what does that mean that he dropped the case?
So I took a look at the pleadings on this one. And by the way, maybe there was a settlement, maybe not. But I took a look at the pleadings. It's dismissal with prejudice, which means they cannot refile this lawsuit and these allegations at a later date. So it's really just done for good when it comes to this person and Jay-Z and P. Diddy. So I suppose they can rest easier based on what their teams have said. After this, I don't think this was a settlement situation. I think this was someone who was seeking a payout in a flurry of activity, and this one might have had no basis to it, which is really kind of damaging because, as I recollect, the rape was alleged to have occurred when the person was 13 years old, I think, so it was, underage as well. It's really kind of a damaging thing to have attached to you. But like you said, Ashleigh, I'm not seeing this apology resonate as much as the accusation. That's just a part of the world we live in these days. People pray for the downfall, but they don't want to see when it doesn't, work out that way.
Yeah. Shaq, what do you have to say? I know you have something to say about this.
I mean, I think Michael said it all in terms of the legalities. I am one of those people. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I I don't like billionaires and everything, but it's not like we don't have a lot of them. So, in the same breath that I can say that I don't like billionaires, I can also say I still think it's cool that he's a billionaire. Two things can be true at the same time. And so I'm a huge fan. I love his music. Have always been a fan. With that being said, man, I am a woman and I know women and I've known so many. And over the years, man, I have heard whispers here and there. And so I do tend to believe victims almost immediately over rich celebrities, man. The things that you hear, the things you know of people that you know personally that have been through things, it changes how you view things. And so I feel that this maybe is unfounded. That doesn't mean that there isn't something there, but if it can't be proved, then it can't be. How I look at it is, I hope that he is who he is today. I believe that he is who he is today, regardless of who he was before, and I look forward to him continuing to be a good person today. That's it. What can we prove? But am I walking around saying, "Oh, nobody should have ever said a bad thing about Jay-Z"? Yeah, I think that's pushing it. But
Okay.
But this case in particular, though, it was unfounded.
So back to that same thing, that same case, Michael. How does this make Diddy's other cases look?
I don't think it really affects everything else. As Shaq said, they're people should believe the victims almost all the time. And it's unfortunate you have such a high profile retraction like this one or dismissal like this one, because it does cast some doubt on some of the other claims. But my understanding is Diddy has like hundreds at this point that are kind of, I think it's safe to say where there's smoke, there's fire with what's going on with him.
Okay, well, we'll just have to wait more. I'm sure. Yeah, Diddy's like you said, his troubles are far from over. But I am
We just got him
pleased
on
with
camera
this.
doing stuff.
What'd you say?
We have Diddy on camera doing stuff. Like, come on, man. Diddy
We have Diddy on camera hitting his girlfriend. That's all we have on camera so far.
They have video of him in all the weird sexual stuff, and hopefully, I don't know what they have of anybody who may be wrong or illegal. But what I'm saying is, there's a thing with Diddy, which is video. People just have videos.
I have not seen Diddy in any sexual compromise video. I have not seen any.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see
Cassie up, and right now that's what he's guilty of in my book. I haven't seen anything else. So I reserve the right to judge until we do, just like I did with Jay-Z. So let's move on, because we have fashion files. I'm not going to do all the fashion looks because T.S. Madison called in and graced us, so we don't have as much time as we normally would, but we're going to do a few of them, okay? So Jaden, this is our we call this fashion files, and we show looks from this week was Fashion Week in New York. There was some Grammy after parties from last week, and we say if we like it or not. Basically, I'll put a look up and I'll go around to everyone, and you each will tell me if you like it or if you don't like it. Yeah, cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So first look, we have Monica in La Pointe, the La Pointe runway show last week at New York Fashion Week. Shaq, love it, hate it or love it.
Love it. I always love her.
Brandy?
Love it. I love your shoes the most. And that coat.
Yeah, the coat is fire. Natasha?
That look good and comfy. Love it.
Michael?
You know, I'm going to say first murder here, but otherwise, yay.
Jaden, do you like it? Hate it or love it?
She looks great.
All right. Darius?
Monica slays every time.
Every time.
All right. We have Britt Eady. She's the new one of the new housewives of Atlanta. She is in Bottega Veneta runway. So that's some coins. That's at least a $30,000 dress. Shaq, yay or nay?
I don't know what's happening, but I like it. I think she looks good. And I don't know who she is either. But she looks good.
All right. Brandy, yay or nay?
It looks good on her.
All right. Natasha?
That's interesting.
I really want to love it, but it's just I keep seeing Fraggle Rock and love it. But I like it.
All right. Darius, yay or nay?
It could be somebody's throw rug or a used mop, but I mean, but she's beautiful. She's
That's
rocking.
what I was thinking, shag carpet, but it looks good on her.
All right. Jaden, yay or nay?
I'm with her.
She makes the dress look better than it is. It kind of looks like the back of a sequin pattern on the right. Like, what is going on here?
It's one of those dresses you probably have to see move. But yeah, I love it. So moving on. Our next
Steven said car wash.
who is this? We have Charles O'May. He's in Amiri. Shaq, yay or nay?
You know, bedazzled that suit. I don't know, but he looked good in it. But I don't know. Yes, I'll take it.
Brandy, yay or nay?
Nay.
Okay. Shaq. I'm sorry. Natasha.
Yay.
Okay. Darius.
I like this. This is giving pageant work.
Okay. That's one way to look at it. Michael, yay or nay?
It's a yay for me, and I'm going to clock that bag too.
Yeah. Jaden, yay or nay?
He looks delicious. Yeah, he looked good.
Okay. Next we have NLE Choppa and Moschino. Shaq, yay or nay?
You know, like as a person who's not into fashion, like what is going on with the coat? And it's just like, boy, what? But you know what?
This
I
brand,
like
it makes it make sense to you. This brand's always doing costumey stuff. This is nothing that somebody not famous would walk around in.
Okay,
basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's weird, but I like it though. I like what he doing. He
All right.
he interesting.
Brandy, yay or nay?
I like the coat. I don't necessarily like the fit, the whole thing together. Or maybe it's him wearing it, but I do like the coat. It's
Okay.
different. It's fun.
Michael?
Are those shoes two different colors?
I don't know how all of that you saw two different color shoes, but they might be if you saw them, Michael.
It's a nay for me.
Okay. Darius, yay or nay?
So he looked like a big ass wad of used gum, but I do like the colors. So I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
Underneath
Jaden?
the school desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nay for you. Okay.
Cool.
Moving on. We have Paris Hilton in Area, right off the runway. Shaq, yay or nay?
It looks like a really cool outfit from Rainbow that like I would buy for my kid. But yeah, I like it at school. She look cool.
Okay. Brandy, yay or nay?
Not Rainbow. What was the other like teenage girl store they used to have?
Contempo, casual.
Nope, that's not it. But that's what it reminds me of.
Delia's.
Cute. I don't necessarily care to look at her, but I think the outfit's fun.
Okay. If your memory serves you correct, we had the same outfit on JT last year and everyone loved it. So it kind of gives you, it was on somebody different, it gives you something different. You see how outfits can play with your mind like that.
Mhm.
I like it.
Okay. Michael, yay or nay?
Yay.
Darius?
When I saw it, I was thinking Disneyland, but or episode of Dora. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna pass on this one.
Okay. Jaden?
Just look at her legs. She looks so good. I love this fit.
Yeah, it looks good. I think it looks good on her. I don't think it would look good on somebody thick. You need some legs. Like, you need some long legs to pull them.
She look like a rich Powerpuff Girl.
Megan Thee Stallion could pull this off. I don't like it on her.
And like you said, JT wore it, and I'm sure it looked good on her.
Okay. Moving on, we have, and this is the first time and probably the last time Candy Burris will ever be on a best dress list of mine. But we have Candy Burris and Sergio Hudson and Tom Ford. Shaq, yay or nay?
She is immaculate from head to toe. I'm surprised.
That never happened. She got a new stylist, so
And it's given.
yeah.
Yes.
Brandy, yay or nay?
I love Candy, and most times I love her outfits. She looks good in this. I feel like for her it's kind of boring, but it looks good.
Okay. Candy has been in some rooms where the money is a little different lately. She's producing Broadway shows. She's producing network television. So your outfit, your style has to change with the rooms you're in. So I see where they're going with her. Michael, yay or nay?
You were just trying to apologize for that jacket. Nay.
Okay. Darius, yay or nay?
I can do without the jacket, but I like everything else.
Okay. Jaden, yay or nay?
I don't know. I like the jacket. It kind of gives a little bit of Alicia Keys. I'm with it.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. And our last look for the night, we have JT.
I think it's the yay.
I'm sorry, Natasha. My bad. The picture's covering me. I'm sorry. Natasha likes it. So yay. All right. See, Jaden, you just got to jump in where you fit in. JT, our last look of the night, she's in Rude. No, she's in D Squared off the runway. Shaq, yay or nay?
She looked like a sexy Barbie doll. I support it.
Okay. Brandy?
You're not supposed to like it, Brandy, but I get it.
I like something about it. I hate her pose. I think that's ruining it. I think if she posed better, it would look better. Something about it looks crooked and off, but it's okay. I get no, hell no, nay.
Michael, yay or nay?
It's a yay. And by the way, D Squared's been killing it lately. I don't know who is talking over there these days, but wow, they are back.
They have really been.
Hey,
See, Michael, I knew you might. we see each other. Yeah, because they have been killing it. Darius, yay or nay?
I love it. The way them titties is sitting up, baby. Like she is at attention. I love it.
I didn't want to say that. Y'all know I got a girlfriend. But...
Oh, please.
Steven says that is cheap.
Did he say it's giving Shamar?
Looks like a black Barbie. All right. Tasha, yay or nay?
As much as I want to hate it, I actually like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Jaden, yay or nay?
Oh, definitely yay. Her waist is gone.
It's disappeared. All right. Well,
tingles will never lie.
Well, yeah, that was our show. We had kind of a show not scheduled like usual, but it's always to have a little change up. Darius, thank you for that. Thank you for popping that on us, springing that on us tonight. We appreciate it. We appreciate you.
I did not know she was gonna come on, but I did. I was texting her.
Okay. And thank you for coming. We always love to have you, Jaden. It was your first show. What'd you say, Darius? I'm sorry.
I said thank you. I love y'all.
Of course, Jaden. It was your first show. How did it feel for you tonight?
Felt really fun. I love hearing everybody, and you guys are all so funny. I love it.
Yeah, we all have our little quirks, funny in our own little ways. Well, we're excited to have you on the show. See more of you. Everybody else, please like and share. Please like and share again. Like and share. And we will see you next.
They are acting a fool in the comments.
We are still going in the comments.
Oh my God, Steven! Of course, you know Steven. Y'all know Steven. He will opinion.
I can't wait till you do the clip for this show.
Oh, I'm going to, baby. You already felt me. You already see me.
I need you to clip it up.
And Steven, I've been trying to get him on this show I've been asking him. He loves to give his opinion in the comment section, but he won't come on here and give his opinion. Mm-hmm. But I love you, Steven. Everybody else, all my cats stay on, and everyone else love you. Be safe. And
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, be safe.
Bye.
Bye.